Snow Bite. Once there was a kingdom where the ghouls were wondrous fair, yet none could hold a candle to Snow Bite of the raven hair. In manner she was proper and graceful, in attitude generous and kind, that she was considered the fairest, never crossed her mind. For she shared a Gothic cottage deep in a primeval wood, with 7 friends who were zombies, and for the 8 of them, on life was good. But elsewhere in the kingdom lived a princess, who was almost as fair, but almost wasn't good enough for this royal dynastic heir. Each day she would consult a mirror that answered her questions true. Yet the answer to her only question was, Snow Bite is still fairer than you. So the princess decided to fix it so that she'd be alone at the top, and she reached for a beautiful apple from that year's bumper crop. I'll use a special amulet to curse this apple to its core, so that when Snow Bite has a taste of it, she'll be the fairest no more. So the princess drank a potion that made her shabby and gray, though it really hurt her fashion sense to have to dress that way. Then she snuck out to the cottage and found a place to lurk, while she waited for the zombies to shuffle off to work. But before she could put her plan in motion with the apple cursed, Snow Bite came out of the cottage and happened to see her first. Why, hello there! Won't you come in? I've just put on some tea, and I've warm carrot muffins that are totes tasty as can be. She had not at all expected Snow Bite to be so sweet and nice, and the thought of giving her the apple actually made the princess think twice. So the princess asked for a mirror. She wanted to steady her face. But Snow Bite said, "A mirror? I don't have one in this place. You see, my face is not reflected in polished metal, still water, or glass, and I'd rather not be reminded of that whenever I pass." This confused the princess greatly as she decided what to do next, with her hand around the bright green apple that carried Snow Bite's hex. Then the princess pulled the apple out as she was headed toward the door, and dropped it in the trash can, saying, "This thing's rotten to the core." And lest you think the princess had totally changed her stripe, she said, "If Snow Bite can't see her reflection, then who am I to gripe?" Once there was a kingdom where the ghouls were wondrous fair, but Snow Bite was still the fairest of all, and the princess didn't care. And they lived scarily ever after.